Hi, I'm AJ. Welcome to the Student Toolbox. We've got the tools that you'll need to complete some very important assignments and challenges that are all a part of getting a great education. You don't have to be a scientist to do a great science fair project. And with the Student Toolbox's help, you'll be at the science fair in style. I'm in my learning workshop. Yours doesn't have to look just like mine, but it's a good idea to have some of the same things. If you're working on your homework, a book report, or a science project, it's a good idea to be in a place that you can concentrate. That could be your bedroom, or it could be the kitchen. It's also a good idea to have a parent or caregiver nearby so they can help you with questions, or even just hold your project while you apply some tape. Wherever you decide to set up, it's a good idea to gather all your supplies before you start working. That way you don't have to go looking for things and wasting time that you could be working on your project. Oh, that reminds me. This is my computer. I call it, well, Pewter. I know it's not a very original name, but it seems to fit. Pewter, why don't you show me what you have on student learning workshops?
Certainly, AJ. An ideal learning environment should be quiet and free from obvious distractions like televisions and video games. Some gentle instrumental music in the background can be pleasant. It's best to have good lighting and plenty of space for your stuff. If you are using the kitchen table, be sure it's completely clean before you start so your work stays fresh and presentable. Your teacher should be able to provide a list of the supplies you'll need for the various assignments you should expect over the school year. Some projects may require specific supplies. There are a variety of standard tools that will be useful to have on hand for many different purposes. Some of the basic items that you should try to have on hand are pencils and pencil sharpeners, a multicolor pen, felt tip markers with both fine and thick tips, crayons and colored pencils, index cards, poster boards in a variety of colors, rolls of paper, multicolored construction paper, glue sticks, multicolored post-it notes, scissors, rulers, hole punches, staplers and staples, paper clips, colored file folders, transparent tape and masking tape. Optional items include plastic bins for storage and easy cleanup, a binding machine and bindings for making books, a clipboard, poster paints and paintbrushes, tracing paper, sparkles, beads, and similar decorative items, a map of the world, and a map of your home country.
Thanks, Pewter. I bet you could think of some other useful things yourself. Be sure to take a little time to organize stuff and keep it handy. That way, when you get a terrific idea or inspiration, you can make it happen right away. One more thing. This might surprise you a little bit, but it's a good idea to have some nibblies around to keep the growlies away. You know what I like? Some chopped vegetables and dip. It's delicious. So there you go. Your learning workshop is set up and everything is ready so that you can get right to work on your project and do your best every time. I love music. I find it amazing that the sounds that make music are just vibrations. They travel through the air from the instrument to your ear. Who knew that music was so scientific? Well, actually, I did. I learned about it at my school's science fair. Going to a science fair is amazing. It's like walking through a giant book, or being part of the internet, or inside a computer.
Did someone say computer?
Well, actually, I did. Oh. Hi, Pewter. I was just talking about science fairs. I think they're really cool because you can see all kinds of different ways that science is important in our lives and to the environment.
If you're the one presenting the exhibit, it's a great way to expand on what you've learned in science class. Working on a science fair project might even inspire you to become a scientist or technologist someday.
Sometimes judges award ribbons or prizes to the best exhibit in a science fair. Pewter, how can I be sure my exhibit is going to be the best it can be?
Start with a solid understanding of the assignment. If you have any questions, be sure to ask. Make sure you know when different parts of the project must be completed, and be very aware of the exact date of the science fair. Next, you will have to decide on a topic. There's science in almost everything you can think of, like sports, current events, the environment, even music. You'll have more fun and learn more if you choose a topic from an area that interests you. Think about the subject area you've chosen and ask yourself questions like, how can I make a something that will do something? Or, how does the thing I'm thinking about work? Keep your choice simple and easy to complete, analyze, and to understand. Be sure to check with your teacher, who can tell you if your idea is appropriate.
Great! Well, when do we start using all the cool arts and crafts stuff we have in our learning environment?
Not yet, AJ. After you've chosen an approved topic, it's time to do your research. You'll find lots of information on the internet, but don't forget about your school or local library. The reference librarian can help you find what you will need. Next, learn everything you can about your topic. Then make a plan you can follow to conduct your experiment and prove your hypothesis, your prediction of how the experiment will come out. Note what you think should happen and make a complete list of everything you'll need to do. Then follow the plans you've made. Make sure you write down everything that happens. Take pictures or make sketches. You'll need all of this information to write your report and create your display.
Well, this is all very scientific, but what I want to know is when do we start to use the glue, huh?
Not yet, AJ. You still have to record the results of your experiment and organize your notes so they can be easily understood. Describe what happened. Did things go as planned? Make charts or graphs to help explain your results. Next, write a detailed report of how you did everything and include a description of the results. Also, list the steps and procedures of your experiment in a logbook to use as part of your display.
Captain's log. Stardate 90210. Our enterprise is to create a stellar display for a science fair project. We intend to show just how to vulcanize rubber.
Captain, the display is our logical next step. Would you like me to beam you back to Earth?
I'm back. But where do we start? What do we use? How do we put it all together?
Your display is similar to a billboard. It should attract attention to your project so that you can demonstrate what you know to science fair visitors. Find a space large enough to look at all of the elements you want to include in your display. Sketch out some ideas on paper to help you plan how it should look after it's assembled. Although it's not always a rule, the traditional backboard can be assembled from hinged pieces of decorated plywood, heavy box cardboard, foam core or plastic panels. Set them up to stand solidly on a tabletop. Use large letters for labels so they can be read from several feet away. Your display tells a story, so generally it's a good idea to start from the top left. Include photographs, prints, and diagrams. Display a statement summarizing your project and what results you had hoped for. Show or include equipment and procedures you used as part of your display. Keep it neat and professional.
Oh, So the display should include things like pictures, diagrams, photos, and text. It should describe what I did, why I did it, and how I did it, and what the result was.
Don't forget your report and logbook. Also, it's important to have a list of the sources of your research information, including internet sites, books, and authors.
Well, what's the most important part of the display?
The display is there to support you as the researcher or scientist. That makes you the most important part of the display. Before the science fair, rehearse what you're going to say. Get friends or family members to pretend to be judges and ask you questions about your work. This will make you more familiar with your answers, so you'll feel more confident on fair day. Wear nice clothes and be sure to show your smile.
Oh, and everything will work out just fine. It will, right?
Sometimes experiments simply don't work, or nothing was supposed to happen, or you were unable to measure what did happen. Remember that your teacher or the judges will be impressed if you can suggest what went wrong or what you could do to get a different result the next time.
Producing a cool science fair project can be very challenging. Do I have to do all the work by myself?
You might need help with special equipment or materials. Real scientists often have assistants, so if the rules say it's okay, you might be able to get some help from your parents, other adults, or friends. If you are not sure, ask your teacher. But remember, the main thing that judges or your teacher will be looking for is how much you know and how well you understand your topic. You're the one who needs to be an expert and be able to describe every step as well as explain the results.
Wow, thanks for all the info, Pewter. You know, come to think of it, I've got an idea for my science fair topic. I'm going to find out where all those missing socks go on laundry day. Let's review. Creating a science fair project is a great way to expand on what you've learned in science class. Sometimes judges award ribbons or prizes to the best exhibits at the science fair. Start with an understanding of the assignment. Ask questions. Know when different parts of the project must be completed and know the exact date of the science fair. Choose a topic from an area that interests you. There's science in almost everything you can think of, like sports, current events, or the environment. Ask yourself, how can I make something that will do something? Or, how does the thing I'm thinking about work? Keep your topic simple and easy to complete, analyze, and to understand. Be sure to check with your teacher, who can tell you if your idea is appropriate. Do research on the internet, or at your school or local library. The reference librarian can help you. Learn everything about your topic. Make a plan to conduct an experiment to prove your hypothesis. Note what you think should happen and make a to-do list. List the procedures of your experiment in a logbook. Write down everything that happens, take pictures, or make sketches for your report and to create your display. Organize your notes, describe your results, add charts or graphs. Sketch out some ideas, then assemble your display from hinged pieces of plywood, cardboard, foam core, or plastic. Use large letters. Include photographs, prints, diagrams, and a statement on your project. Show equipment and procedures. You are the most important part of the display. Rehearse what you're going to say, wear nice clothes, and be sure to show your smile. Demonstrate how much you know and how well you understand your topic. Have fun at the science fair, and remember, when you do your best, you're always a winner.